So in this circular pattern that we'll be using today, it's just a really great way to kind of use our other senses as well. So you can use your eyes and ears as you move, because I'll also be working in a circle with you today, okay? All right, let's begin. We'll be lying onto our backs just for a few deep breaths and try to get going quickly to warm up. Get comfortable, extend those heels long. Just find a moment of stillness where you can just bring your awareness to the breath and some steadiness into the body. Regulate those nice deep breaths in, those nice deep breaths out. Keep those breaths going. We'll open up our eyes and bring a bend into your knees. Find some warmth into the body. Wiggle your feet all the way together until the ankles come together, and then we'll float the feet up and stack your knees on top of your hips. Really find the squeeze of the inline of your legs together and bring your hands to the tops of your knees. Start pressing your low back into the ground, press your hands into your knees, and then resist that pressure back. Keep breathing all the way down to the belly and start embracing a little bit of warmth growing into the body from the inside out. Good. Now we'll keep this pressure on the left side, and on your next inhale, release the right side. Reach the right arm overhead, right heel far away from you, tap them to the ground, and pull them back together. Now press the right hand, right knee together. Extend the left heel forward, left arm back behind you, and pull them back together. Inhale, right arm, right leg reaches away. Pull them together. And left side. Good, pull them back together. Do one more on each side, right arm, right leg, stretch them away. Pull the two together, find that connection. Last round, left heel, left arm. Pull the two together. Now both knees come to your chest, wrap your arms around, give yourself a little wiggle side to side. And we can move this momentum forwards and backwards. Rock and roll onto the spine until you come to a seat. Feel free to sit on a cushion or a block. We won't be here very long, but sometimes it's nice to elevate the hips just above the knees. Find as tall of a spine as you're able to. We'll walk our right fingertips a little further away. Reach the left arm to the sky and find a big side stretch over. Look up towards the ceiling. We'll head the other way. Left hand finds the ground. Walk the fingertips away. Lean into it. Right arm reaches up and over. Take a peek towards the sky. Head back over to the right. Left hand finds the ground. Left arm up and over. We'll do this a little faster. And all the way to the other side. Left hand to the ground. Right arm up and over. Good. Come all the way back through center. Keep reaching the top of the head up. Take your left hand to your right knee. Other hand walks behind you, reaching the spine up and look over to the right. Try to spiral through the chest open. And come to the other side, right hand to left knee. Continue to reach up and spiral the chest open to the left. Good. Come back through center line. Walk your hands forwards ahead of you, roll over your ankles, and we'll come to tabletop, so hands and knees. Really spread the hands wide under the shoulders, knees under your hips, and we'll really celebrate the breath in the next few movements through cat and cow. On your inhale, let the belly get heavy towards the ground, shine the heart forward, tailbone tips up to the sky. And then as you exhale, press the mat away around your spine like a Halloween cat. Inhale, let the belly get heavy, shine the heart forwards, tailbone tips up. And exhale, round the spine the other way. Follow that pattern about 2 more rounds. And eventually we'll come to neutral spine, so somewhere between those two. Tuck both sets of toes underneath, and we're going to press our feet up and back to downward facing dog. Lift the knees, pedal through the legs a little bit, bend into one knee at a time. Yawn the back of both legs open. Spread the fingertips nice and wide to really grip the mat. Notice your knuckles pressing down, heels of the hands as well as fingertips. Start to pedal your feet forwards now. And eventually you'll come to a forward fold, feet under your hips, soft bend in the knees, and let's hold on to opposite elbows. Take a moment just to wiggle your jaw. And for your brow, give it a little wiggle as well. And we can release the hold of our hands. Inhale, walk your hands partway up the legs towards your shins. Extend the spine forwards, halfway lifting you. And exhale, fold back down. This time, really root down through the heels, rise to stand, stretch the arms to the sky, look on up. And exhale, we'll meet in mountain pose, feet just right under the hips. Okay, so we'll be working in a circular pattern today around the mat, going in one direction and then in the other direction, referred to as a mandala flow. So use your eyes as well as your ears as we move. Okay, so feet right under the hips, stand here nice and present and tall. Give a little sway on your feet side to side. Sway the weight over to your right foot, get heavy there, bring your hands to waist. We'll lift your left foot up like you're stepping up onto an imaginary chair or step. Confidently step back with that left foot behind you and find the ball knot of your foot to a lunge. Good, reach both arms up overhead and loop the thumbs together. Energetically reach the arms up and away from each other as if you want to pull the thumbs apart. Take 2 more breaths here. When you root down through those feet, let them anchor you there. Now let's bring your whole fist together. So loop the fingers together. And we'll bend into the elbows till your hands come behind your head. Really cradle the back of your skull and then pull your elbows in to hold you tight. Start to lean back into your hands clasped and open up the heart space. Take 3 more breaths down to the belly. We'll take the back bend out, look straight ahead, reach the arms back to the sky. And now we'll let the arms come apart, left and right out from the shoulders. Now let's point the fingertips up. So you're creating sort of stop signs with the arms. Expand through the chest, take up some space proudly. And we'll open up to what we call warrior 2. So pivot and drop the back heel down. Keep these stop sign arms with the hands. Really press imaginary walls away. And let's look down the right arm to that side. Good, relax the wrists. We'll reverse our warriors, the back hand to back leg, right arm to the sky, get nice and light and bright from the right hip to the right fingertips up above. Keep the upper half and the arms the same. We'll just straighten out the front leg. Reverse triangle pose. And we've got so much length on this right side. We'll take it, reach it far forwards ahead of you. The right arm forward, left arm back. Pull your left hip crease back as well. And we'll transition into triangle pose. Right hand knuckles down to the inner leg, left arm to the sky, look up at it. Begin to soften your front knee, bend it. We'll shelf our front forearm to thigh and stretch the left arm by the ear, get nice and long through the left side of your body in extended side angle. Good. Press all the way back up to warrior two. Take a look down the right fingertip. We'll straighten out the front leg and then pivot those toes to the long edge of the mat. Good. So we're in a straddle. Wrap your arms behind your back. Place the right thumb on top of left as the hands clasp together. Take a big breath in, grow a little bit taller as you draw the hands down the back of the body. And as you exhale, hinge from the waist over your legs. Good. Now it might feel nice to keep the hands onto the low back, or for an extra shoulder stretch, you could reach them far away. See how you're feeling, and a soft bend in the knees is always allowed as well, always encouraged. Good. Let's pull your hands back to the low back, unlace them, bring them to the ground, and walk your fingertips forward to get a little longer into the spine. Now we're going to take a look towards our left foot. That's towards the back of the mat. Rotate around to face it in a lunge. Plant both palms firmly. We're going to step back to downward facing dog. Feel free to take a few deep breaths hanging out here, or join me for a little flow. Inhale, come forwards to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground for this first one. Point your toes, draw the shoulder blades together. Take a big breath in for cobra. And exhale, we'll press on back to downward facing dog. On your inhale, let the heels rise up, look forward. And as you exhale, step or hop to meet the hands. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. And inhale, rise to stand, stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, mountain pose, facing the back of the mat. All right. Give yourself a little sway again, side to side on the feet. And eventually get really heavy into the right foot. Hands to your waist and lift the left knee up. We're on the same leg as last time to complete the circle. Take a nice confident step back with the left leg. Find a lunge. And this time we'll reach our arms forwards ahead of us, palms together, touching each other. Take a moment and just really separate the shoulder blades. Try to dome through the back of the body a little bit more, broaden through the upper back. Start reaching your arms out to the side from the shoulders. Then point the thumbs down. Complete the circle, reach your arms all the way back behind you, clasping your right thumb on top of left. Draw the hands down the back of the body, lift the chest up for a moment. And for the added shoulder stretch, you can reach the hands away from your seat. Come out of the depth. Hands can come a little closer to you. Keep them down, and we'll find our warrior two legs again. Pivot and drop the back heel down. Take a big breath in, keeping the spine long. Then as you exhale, bow forward for humble warrior. So towards the inner right knee, hugging in the inner right thigh to the side of the body. And feel free to lift the hands away from the feet back towards the sky. Good. Pull your hands back to the feet. Rise on up. Warrior two. Let the hands separate and look down your right fingertips. This time, we'll lean forwards for extended side angle. Shelf the front forearm to thigh. Bring the left arm by the ear. Take a little bit of weight off of the front thigh that you're leaning on. We're going to back into triangle pose. So start straightening the front leg, reach the left arm up, right arm down. Look up towards the ceiling. Let that left hand pull you all the way back to reverse your triangle pose. Left hand to left leg, right arm to the sky. And we'll bend your front knee again, reverse warrior. Good, let's straighten out the front leg. Pivot your toes to face the long edge of the mat. The feet are parallel again in a straddle. And this time we'll bring our hands to our waist. Take a big breath in, growing a little taller. And as you breathe out, hinge from the waist forward. Now let's keep the spine nice and long. So tense your fingertips, walk them ahead as long as you can from your hips to the top of your head. We'll come into side lunges, bend into the left knee. Bring it over, bend into the right. Bend into the left. And bend into the right. One more set of those. Over to the left. And the right. Good, find two straight legs. Look towards your left foot that's at the top of the mat. We'll rotate around to face it in a lunge. Plant the palms firmly and step on back. Downward facing dog. You can stay here in stillness or join me for a flow again. Inhaling, coming forwards to plank. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Inhale, lift the upper chest for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, let the heels rise up, look forward. And exhale, step or hop to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. And inhale, rising to stand, stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, mountain pose. As we spun in a circle in one direction, we'll go the other way, trusting all of our senses again, eyes and ears. Give yourself a little sway left and right. Feel your feet on the ground. And we're going to have you on the left foot. Hands to waist. Lift the right leg up. Take a confident step back with that leg to a lunge. When you've rooted through both feet, reach the arms to the sky. Now loop your thumbs together in a more unfamiliar way. So just find what your dominant way would be, your normal root, and then place the other thumb on top. Reach the arms to the sky and energetically imagine you want to pull them apart. Good. Now we'll clasp our hands together. Bend into both elbows, bring the hands behind the head and pull the elbows in as a little cradle for the skull. Lean back, open up the heart space, open up under your arms. Take 3 deep breaths down to the belly. I'll take the back bend out, look straight ahead. Stretch the arms to the sky and allow your arms to come apart from the shoulders. Find those stop sign arms, pointing the fingertips to the sky. Really broaden through the chest and take up some space. Begin to pivot, open to warrior two. Open up that heel, drop it down, and look down the left hand. We'll relax the wrist and reverse our warrior back hand to back leg. Left arm stretches to the sky. Look up nice and optimistically at it. Keep the arms the same and straighten out the front leg for reverse triangle pose. Reach all the way forwards with that left hand. Pull your hips back behind you. And then we'll reach the left arm down, right arm up for triangle. Keep lots of length in both sides of the body, a little bit of core strength. Imagine that all those muscles are wrapping around, keeping you nice and strong. We'll bend into the left knee, bring your forearm to your thigh, and stretch the right arm by your ear. Get as long as you can on the right side of the body, extended side angle. Good, we'll press on back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg and come to parallel feet facing the side of the mat, the long edge. Bring your hands back behind you, clasp your left thumb on top this time. Reach the top of the head to the sky for a deep breath in. And as you breathe out from the waist, fold on forward. Good, we'll hang out here just a couple more breaths as everything softens. Good. Pull your hands back to the low back, unlace them to the ground. Walk them forwards to get a little longer into the spine. And we'll look towards our right foot at the back of the mat. Rotate around to face it. Plant the palms and step on back. Downward facing dog. Stay in stillness or join me for a flow. Inhale forwards to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the upper chest for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, let the heels rise high, look forward. And exhale, spring or step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. And inhale, we're rising to stand, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Facing the back of the mat again, give a little sway on your feet, side to side. And we'll get heavier in the left foot. Bring your hands to waist and lift the right foot up. Take that confident step back with the right toes, finding a lunge. Reaching the arms forwards, palms touch. Just broaden through the upper back like you're pressing the fingers as far away from you as you can. Start reaching the arms out to the side from the shoulders and point the thumbs down. Start to wrap your hands all the way back behind you until you can clasp the thumbs together or clasp the hands together. And let's place the left thumb on top again. Draw the hands down the back of the body, lift the chest up. Find a hint of a back bend. And to get into the shoulders, reach the hands away from the feet. Good. Come out of the depth, pull the hands back to the low back, look straight ahead. Open up to warrior two legs, pivot and drop that back heel down. So the hands still clasped, take a deep breath in, reach the spine up. Then as you breathe out, we're bowing forwards for humble warrior, so to the inner left knee. Keep hugging the side of the body into the side of the leg. And you decide how much you'd like to stretch out the shoulders by lifting the hands to the sky. And pull our hands back to our seat, lift all the way back up, and we'll let the arms come apart for warrior two. We'll do that circle again of the body. So come forwards for extended side angle. Shelf the front forearm to thigh, stretch the right arm by the ear. Almost right away, get a little bit of weight off of that front thigh. Start trusting into the sides of the body. Straighten out your front leg and reach the arms north and south, right to the sky, left down to the ground. Good, we'll reverse our triangle pose. Back hand to back leg, left arm stretches up. Look on up again. Keep the upper half the same. We'll just bend into the left knee for reverse warrior. Come on back to your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Pivot the left toes to the long edge of the mat. Find parallel feet in a straddle and hands to your waist. Good. Take a deep breath in. Reach the top of the head up. And as you breathe out from the waist, we'll fold on forwards. Let the fingertips find the ground. We'll keep the length in the spine. So tent the hands, come to the fingertips, and reach the spine straight out from the hips. We'll bend into the right knee, bend into the left, bend into the right, and the left. One more on each side. Come to two straight legs. Take a look towards your right foot, back at the top of the mat. Rotate around to face it in a lunge. Plant the palms and step back. Downward facing dog. Last opportunity for a flow if you would like it. Inhale forwards to plank. Exhale lower. Inhale, lift the upper chest for cobra. And let's press on back to child's pose, hips to heels. And everything just get a little quieter. The mind slow down as well as the breath. Hopefully you're not dizzy after spinning around in these circles. Begin to walk your hands towards your knees, sit back onto your heels, and we'll swing our legs ahead. Good, okay. Slow things down just for the last couple of moments together. So wiggle your toes all the way to the top of the mat with a bend in the knees. If it feels all right, we can curve our spine all the way to the ground. You can offer your arms forwards and roll down. Alternatively, you could use your hands to support you as you roll back. Good, let's point the toes to each of their corners of the mat. Reach your arms far away like you're a five-pointed star. Take a deep breath in, stretching, stretching, stretching. And then pull your thighs into your chest, wrap your arms around. Tight little ball there, just rock side to side. Begin to let your eyes close. And we'll reach our heels far ahead. Find the palms to face the ceiling by your side. Coming to stillness, let the eyes stay shut. Bring your awareness to the breath in the body. Try to lengthen out your inhales and match it with a nice deep exhale. And do your best to keep your mind from wandering. Good way to do that is just to count the breaths. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. This short yoga practice. Please do your best to stay here as long as you're able to. This is where I'll leave you today.